Let me begin with something small, a quiet moment, one you may know very well. A person is standing in front of someone, not a stranger, not an enemy, just someone waiting for a reply. They speak English. You understand? You even know the answer. You try to speak, and suddenly, nothing. Your mind goes blank. Not just quiet, empty. Your thoughts vanish. The words disappear. All you feel is silence and a heartbeat, and maybe shame. You smile, you nod, you pretend, but inside you ask, what just happened to me? If this feels familiar, you're not alone. You are not the only one, and you're not broken. This moment, this blank space, is more common than you think. Let's slow it all down, together, because there is a reason this happens. And it's not because you're lazy, or weak, or bad at English. Your mind goes blank because it's trying to protect you. Yes, protect you. Let me explain. When someone looks at you, waiting for English, your body feels pressure, not danger, but something close. Your heart beats faster. Your thoughts race. And then your brain says, let's stay safe. It shuts the door, and the words vanish. This is not failure. This is survival, emotional survival. And I want you to hear this part. It's not your fault. It's not about knowledge. It's about nervous systems, about memories, about fear. Maybe someone corrected you too sharply. Maybe someone laughed or interrupted or ignored you. Maybe no one said anything, but you still felt small. Your body remembered that moment, and now it reacts to anything that feels similar. It says, be careful. Don't speak. Don't get hurt again. But you are not there anymore. You are here, and here is safe. Hi, my name is Josh. I teach English, not the perfect kind, the real kind. Here on English with Feelings, we speak slowly, honestly, without pressure. If speaking English makes you feel afraid or uncomfortable, you are exactly where you need to be. This space is for you, and we'll take it slow together. Let's return to that moment, the silence, the frozen feeling. It's not because you can't speak, it's because you don't feel safe enough to speak, and that is a big difference. Fluency doesn't begin with speed. It begins with safety, and safety begins with kindness to yourself. When your mind goes blank, and what do you say inside? Do you say, I'm stupid? I should know this. Why am I like this? That voice matters because your brain listens. If you respond to silence with shame, your brain learns to fear it. But what if just once you said, is okay. I froze. I can try again. That changes everything. That's how trust begins. That's how language returns, not through pushing, but through gentleness. Let me share something, a story. I once knew a woman who spoke 3 languages. She could write in English beautifully, but in meetings, she never spoke. When I asked why, she said, when I speak English, I don't sound like me, and I understood. She wasn't afraid of grammar. She was afraid of losing herself. Her voice in English felt small, like a weaker version of who she really was. So she stayed quiet, but over time she changed her idea of what real English was. She realized it didn't need to be fast, or clever, or native sounding. It just needed to be hers. Soft, true, real. That's when she began to speak, slowly, quietly, but she spoke, and the words returned. Not because she forced them, but because she created safety inside herself. You can too. You don't need to rush. You don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to sound like a textbook. You just need to sound like you. That includes pauses, that includes accents, that includes the sentence, let me think. That's not a mistake. That's communication. And if your mind goes blank today, let it. Don't panic. Just pause. Breathe. And whisper. It's okay. Try again when you're ready, even if it's one word. Even if it's a whisper. That's still progress. That's still English. That's still you. So let me ask you, what does your silence protect you from? And if you're searching for a place where you can speak slowly or not speak at all, where the pause is part of the sentence, where the fear is welcome at the table, you're already here. This is English with Feelings, and you are safe here. Stay as long as you need. We're not in a hurry.